What it do? Today? Oh man, fuck, I messed it up. Boo. What it do? Yo man, listen. Today we're gonna make some educated guesses as to what the last two Dark Angel characters may be. I don't have any data mines. I'm sorry. I don't want to clickbait you. These are just me guessing, okay? So if you're expecting data mines, this is the wrong video. Click off. Okay, let's get right into the video. The two of you that stayed. Dark Angels, Tacticus, we have three of them. We have Azrael, we have Sark, we have Asmodai, we have two left. Notably, we don't have a legendary character. One of my guesses is going to be based on that, and the other one will be based on the type of character we have. So let's get right into my predictions, yeah. So I think we're going to get Samuel at some point. Why do I say that? Is because he got a new model, and that's essentially it. Okay? No, got a new model. Warhammer community has been focusing this guy for a while. Yeah, these little reveals. He's standing on a tactical rock. That's a little meme. See, there's a rock here. All Space Marine characters stand on a tactical rock. He's a Terminator. Now, the reason it's important that he's a Terminator is because Dark Angels, their most iconic unit is a Terminator. Dark Angels, Deathwing Terminators, they are like, Dark Angels have three wings, right? Green Wing, Raven Wing, and Deathwing. Deathwing Terminators are like the golden child. Everybody knows them. It's synonymous with the faction. So I'm pretty sure there's a high likelihood we'll get this guy. Now, I ported his abilities from tabletop. He'll probably have two move, maybe three with Rapid Assault. You never know. Like faction leaders, they are sometimes good. Like Abaddon has Terminator armor, but he has three movements, right? So maybe this guy might be three movement. When stuff has two movement, unless they have good shooting, it's just instant unusability in guild raids. So I'm pretty hopeful he'll have three movement. So he has Grandmaster of the Deathwing. While this model is using a unit, each time a model, blah, blah, blah. Critical hit, precision, sure, whatever. This doesn't translate to Tacticus. This is a buff, not too dissimilar from Asmodai. So I think he will be a buffer of some sort. And the Strike of Retribution, it just does damage, right? So one buff, one damage rate. I think the buff might not be similar to Eldrion and Kelgar. After seeing what they did with Asmodai, I think they're trying to go in a direction where buffers are conditional. So I wouldn't be too hopeful that this guy is like a 900, 1300 buffer for his faction. But I'm pretty sure we might get him. Depending on if we get him or not. We got two new models, well, two new sets rather, when the faction released. One of them is Deathwing Knights. Deathwing Knights, they did look pretty archaic. They were essentially Terminators with hoods, but now they actually have different helmets and stuff, a lot more cloth. So it's a cool model. And we have Inner Circle Companions. These are completely new models. They are what are they called? They're not Forsaken. Goodness, I'm really blanking on the name. It's like my third time recording this video. I keep blanking on their name. They are the Fallen, the faction, or rather, the sub-faction of Dark Angels that the Dark Angels hunt down because they rebelled. Lionel Johnson, he like, oh, come back, my sons, and whatnot. So, anyways, the reason I think of these two is because they got their new models. Deathwing Knights were being given away in Warhammer shops as like a monthly thingy. Like when you spend a certain amount of money, they just give you the model. So they have been pushed a lot. Like I said, Terminator models are pretty synonymous with this faction. So I think we might get Deathwing Knights. However, if we get Samuel, we might not get Deathwing Knights, and we might get Inner Circle Companions because that'll be two Terminators. Inner Circle Companions, they're pretty good Marines. They do blender stuff in melee, so that's nice. I will not expect anything crazy from these guys. Maybe like some pierce or power damage. Nothing too crazy. Terminator with deep strike ability, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be one of the three I just sent. I'm very confident that we will get one of those three. Now, going in the opposite direction, I don't think we'll get Ezekiel. Ezekiel is one of the main characters for Dark Angels. He's a very old model. He didn't get a new model. And let's be honest, this game exists exclusively to sell tabletop minis. If he doesn't have a new model, he's not gonna get it, right? We have beaten the dead horse to the point where it's now pulp. Uh, it's been said that in the Tacticus Discord server, the developer said, "Oh, Games Workshop told us to not release the faction. Why didn't they tell them to release it? Well, it's because new models haven't released. They can't just release Asmodai in a mobile game before Asmodai gets released, right? So we waited for Asmodai, and we got Asmodai when the new model came out. Given the new model looks so much better than the old model, so props to them. Props to the art department. Goodness, Asmodai looks really cool. Lazarus, I don't think it's gonna be Lazarus. Lazarus isn't as old of a model, which is fine. However, because I think we're gonna get Samuel and then we have Azrael, that will be three captains. I think three captains will be far too much. I don't see them tripling up on captains as a faction. It will just make no sense, in my opinion. I think there will be something different. Now, the most common thing, of course, is Lionel Johnson. You know, people say, "Oh, Lionel will be the Primarch, will be legendary, whatnot." I don't think it's gonna be the Lion. It will be nice. It'll be really cool. He's a super cool model, right? If he could, get the helmet, whatnot. Probably not the helmets. They never get helmets. But I don't think it's gonna be the Lion. He's a Primarch. I don't think it's a size issue. It's just I think it's a Games Workshop doesn't want these guys to be playable. It will be really cool though. I would love for this guy to get released in like a couple of months, and then for people to come back to this video and be like, "Yeah, you were wrong, Darupnir. Yeah, you're stupid." That would be really cool because we'll be able to play him. But realistically, I don't think we're going to be able to play Lionel Johnson, specifically because they've said multiple times in the Discord server that we are going to get characters. We're going to get 6 characters, and the Tyranid one will be nothing like we've ever seen before. So it'll be something completely new. I think it's going to be a Tyrant. Now, the reason I'm talking about this is because Tyrant is the faction like big guy. It's like the big leader of the faction. And for the big leader of the faction for Dark Angels will be Lion. So that's why I think they're going to reserve him if they decide to release him. They will reserve him for that like special position, the 6 character slot or whatnot. So I think we're gonna get some sort of Terminator model. The fact that we haven't gotten one yet in Dark Angels, I'm like very confident that we will either get Knights, Deathwing Terminators, or Samuel. Like one of those 3 is like coming guaranteed. I am 99% sure we are getting it, because if we don't get it, that's gonna be really weird. We're like the most iconic model being the Terminator. We don't get Terminators in the game. I don't think that's gonna happen. Other than that, depending on if you get a Terminator, we might get Inner Circle Companions. Maybe not, maybe yes. I don't know. I don't know how they differentiate Inner Circle Companions. They might also get like Ravenwing Bike Guys. They haven't released Bike Guys since the Tank Smasher. So it's not technically a Bike Guy, it's a Cavalry, but I think it's the same classification, same size. I don't think we're gonna get Lion until the 6th character release later on in the game, much later on. So that's my predictions for what characters we might expect based on the knowledge we have, right? Because I just looked over all the heroic characters we have, like the legendary characters we have in the tabletop, and I just translated the info to Tacticus if possible. Bloody Rose, I'm in the Bloody Rose Guild. It's a great place. Join the Discord, super welcoming community. People are very nice. We do a lot of tactic sharing, whatnot. It's a very welcoming, warm community. It'll be nice if you joined. If you join, tell them Darupnir sent you, and they'll look at me and be like, "Yeah, Darupnir, good job," and I'll be like, "Yeah." Anyways, so thank you very much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Here's my not join code, refer friend code. If you want to enter it, I get 100 shards. That's pretty cool. If you don't, it's fine. Doesn't matter. Have a good day and stay safe.